Greetings, I am Dr. Robert Henry Schwenk, aka Dr. Bob for You, coming to you from Studio for You in the suburbs of beautiful Norwalk, Ohio. The topic of today's blog post is the meaning of life to be happy, and you are an individualization of the consciousness of God. What makes you unique? How does that uniqueness touch the meaning of your life? You are an individualization of the consciousness of God, which has great impact on the meaning of your life. Twain came through the office door upon which there was a sign that read, "The meaning of life to be happy," in black letters on a white background. I change the format of the sign quite often in order that I don't get bored with it, at least, if not other people as well. Twain was one of the youngest persons I've ever had the privilege of life coaching with. He was just 17. He held a B+ average in his high school. He ran on the cross-country track team and the regular track team as well. He was tall and thin and wiry. He had close-cropped black hair and black eyes. "What can I do for you, Twain?" I asked. "Doc, tell me why I am here on Earth. It seems I'm just another young black kid with a limited future because of an absent father and a terrible neighborhood. What's up with it for me, Doc?" To say I was stunned into silence would have been an understatement. "Well," I fumbled. This is one of those "how far down the rabbit hole do you really want to go" questions. But he'd ask it, so he was probably looking for a solid answer, nothing about hype or psychobabble. To say that I was at a loss for a moment, again, would be an understatement, but I finally came up with something quickly. "Twain, do you believe in some kind of God?" He said that he did, but not the one in pictures that people said were God. He studied physics and knew some of the relationships of the universe. So for him, God was not a wise old man up in the sky directing traffic with hell as the punishment if you drove badly. He stunned me into silence for a third time. "So you've got a God who is consciousness, pure consciousness. Buy that?" I asked him. Twain said he did. What can consciousness do? Twain said that pure consciousness, he thought, could do almost anything it wanted to do, could create almost anything it wanted to create. Twain proceeded then to tell me that indeed, if this was the kind of God he thought about, then God could create anything. And so I asked him, but does God create? That gave him a little pause, but only a little. Twain said that God needed to create in order to experience. Pure consciousness is just that. Pure consciousness does not experience, it only thinks about experiencing. He walked himself into his own explanation of why he was here on earth. "Are you also conscious?" I asked him. He acknowledged that he was. "Yet what do you do all day long?" I said. He said, "I experience." He trailed off as the light in his eyes grew more intense. "And quantum physics tells me that I am part of the one. It must be that I am part of God experiencing." You are an individualization of the consciousness of God to experience on God's behalf. That is the reason you are here now. That is the meaning of your life. Tell me, what do you feel when you are experiencing from what seems to be your connection to the one? Twain said, "I feel happy." He had gotten it all wrapped up and ready to take home. Twain sailed from the office that day. He survived his family and neighborhood and now leads a very productive life. I saw him in that office more than 25 years ago. You too, experiencing this blog post, are an individualization of the consciousness of God, experiencing on its behalf. When you experience life from the core of your being, which is connection, consciousness to consciousness with God, you are happy. You have found the meaning of your life. This is Dr. Bob for you. Contact information is available at the end of this video or on the text of the blog post. In the meantime, May you and all sentient beings know happiness and the root of happiness.